Today, I would like to share with you a topic I have titled Financial Freedom, Creating Value Rather than Consume. You see, it's easy to assume that it doesn't take much to create value until you meet someone who is willing to share their journey with you, like I will today. But first, the caveat. It is not true that financial freedom frees you from working for money. Not at all. Financial freedom also does not mean that you have unlimited money for all you need. These are both big lies. Sadly, though, the dream life of financial freedom portrayed online usually leaves out all the important work that is done to sustain financial freedom. And that's where the problem lies. The real benefit of financial freedom is that you won't have to work for money anymore as you move on to focus on doing the work you love, not for the money. So you'll still need to work, but not because you have to work to earn money. That is what I define as true financial freedom. You see, when you succeed in creating something of value, something that solves a problem that many people have, you actually attract money and set yourself up for financial freedom. So the starting point is to create something of value that solves a problem that many people have. Now, these many people must also be able and willing to pay for the value that you have created. They must have the capacity to pay. Otherwise, all you will have is an expensive hobby. The problem with financial freedom, though, is that nobody tells you the process is absolutely brutal. It is brutal. Worse still, you will often need to pursue different problem solution idea routes with no idea if any of them is going to make you money. So you keep trying, especially in a tough business climate like ours in Nigeria. There's a lot of trial and error involved. I must confess that my path has been mostly through the elimination of a lot of non-essential expenditures combined with smart solutions to problems that people have, working with my team. The motivation to achieve financial freedom has to be far better and higher than owning what you don't really need for you to do the work that is required to be financially free. How did I start? Well, I'm not financially free yet, as I still have substantial debts from past poor judgment, but I'm clearly on the path to getting there. I started my path towards financial freedom from a consciousness that I could lose my 9 to 5 job, which I love, by the way. Plus, the reality that I was aging, and as a consequence, at some point, I would not be able to put in the energy required to earn a living, as I say. Besides, I want more than just a living out of life. It's not been easy though. Many times I lacked the effort required to get anything off the ground. I wanted to save and invest at different times, but finding the courage and discipline when you are practically living from one paycheck to another is nearly impossible. So I get it. Again, the images you see on social media makes it look easy. No, it is not easy at all. If it were easy, then everyone would be financially free. It's not easy. It takes effort to create enough value that you don't have to stress about money anymore. You have to be prepared to put in a decent amount of effort and you'll be well on your way to financial freedom. When I finally started out in my effort, I quickly found out that the initial income streams never look attractive at start. And indeed, for a long time, they will not look attractive. I soon found out that the secret really is in just starting out with one idea about how you're going to make money. Once you get started with that first one idea, the path to financial freedom actually begins to emerge. You might think investing in stocks or money market will make you rich at first, for example, until you do it and you find out whether it does or not. The doing it, however, is what gives you the next idea and the one after and the one after. Eventually, there will be enough ideas that lead on from each other, one from the other. Eventually, one of those ideas will be your vehicle towards financial freedom. You really don't need to spot the money-making activity in advance. In actual fact, you usually would not. You just need to start somewhere, anywhere. I didn't believe you could make money in some of the ventures our company went into. You never know how you can create value until you try. Everybody's version of financial freedom is also different. For me, by the way, being a part owner and MD CEO of a thriving business that I helped to build from scratch, moving around freely with no protocol, coaching individuals and business leaders, and taking speaking engagements every now and then is a dream life. You might want more or less than that, but for me, that's financial freedom, that's a dream life. Let me caution you here. Listen, there will be people who will become very angry with you for no reason the moment you try to educate them about a path to financial freedom. Not to talk of you sharing your own desire for financial freedom. I've been told severally that I'm insensitive to people's current conditions to even suggest financial freedom when they're still trying to survive. So they may call you selfish or even abuse you. Be careful who you share your desire for financial freedom with, and even who you hang out with. Once you're on this pursuit, it's a lonely road, a personal journey with great cost, including relationships you may need to reevaluate. It requires focus and great discipline. Great effort is required to build momentum, but just start. Then be consistent and the momentum would build up. Typically, you will need a prolonged period of more than a year to build sustained momentum. Momentum eventually always turns to money if you stay the course. For me though, it's taking a lot more than 1 year. Our business, Resource Intermediaries Limited, through which I am approaching financial freedom, by the way, did not break even until the 5th year. We're now in our 14th, almost 15th year, and we've since then bettered 4 other solution providing businesses thriving. Again, not all those businesses have broken even, but I can see the pattern of growth clearly, from which profit is assured. Momentum. What works for me, right, is that I put in a lot more effort than most people do in my situation. Effort isn't just hard work either. Effort is also caring for the wonderful colleagues without which the results would not come. Your people are your greatest assets. The challenge with momentum, though, is you can't see it. You can't feel or see it. It actually usually feels like you have zero momentum as you progress towards your goal, like nothing is happening. Then one day you wake up and all of a sudden you realize you have created value. Value that people are eager to pay for. What those people didn't see was that all the effort you put in behind the scenes, they didn't see those. The illusion of financial freedom is you can't see the work a person did to get there. It's usually more than the hours put in. It's the disappointment that takes its toll also. Whenever you try and take a large enough dent in the world to get a piece of your own financial freedom, you will face a lot of setbacks. Be prepared. Things won't go your way regularly. And often, the people you're relying on to help you build, they move on to build their own thing. Or they just doubt your motives, your methods, or your vision. That should be expected. Your ability to handle the disappointment is far more important than the number of hours you work actually. The disappointment is what can set in and stop you putting in the effort you need to build momentum. That's why you need to learn to manage yourself when disappointment or doubt sets in, as they sure will many times. In conclusion, here's how I keep focused and re-energized when disappointed in pursuit of my goals and plans. I pray. I take a break on it. I talk to my mentors. I visualize the success I desire. I take walks. I eat well. I try to stay healthy. I try to get plenty of sleep in between. I watch a documentary, a thriller, a true life story, which are my favorites, by the way. Right. That's how I overcome disappointments. Whatever you do, an investment in yourself is the number one critical element towards financial freedom. I mean, invest in acquiring knowledge through books and related seminars and workshops. It's critical. Be ready to pay a professional business coach to help you shorten the journey. And as you begin to make money, please invest your earnings again into other productive activities that make you even more money. Most of what I'm sharing with you are recent discoveries, even for me. Things I wish I knew 20 to 30 years ago at the height of my productive years. But it's never too late to start, whatever your age is now. Of course, it won't be easy because nothing worth doing is ever easy. You can be financially free when you set yourself up for the difficult task of staying the course. The journey to financial freedom takes years of effort towards a single pursuit. It does. It won't come easy. You may not start out knowing how you will monetize that idea of yours or that goal, but you'll figure it out with the help of momentum. Having a strategy for the guaranteed disappointment on the journey is what will sustain you on the journey to financial freedom. Now, if you need further help on financial freedom, how to create value rather than consume, I can help you. I can help you. You can contact me through either of my email or telephone on the screen, info@sojioyawe.com or +234 704 366 7607. I look forward to hearing from you, including your comments and feedback on what I've just shared here. Have an amazing year ahead of you.